So today's topic is one that everyone is gonna both either love or hate, and it is religious bullshit, or just religious book in general. What inspired this topic was the ASU helmet debacle. For those of you who have already seen it, I'm sorry you gotta hear all over again, but for those of you that haven't, the entire ASU football team had little stickers on the back of their helmet. That was a cross with some letters on either side, which was a memorial for a couple people that had passed away. And someone threw a giant fit, and now they have all been removed. All I have to say about this is, from the beginning, memorials should have been offered that were both with the cross and without it. And those who wanted to wear the cross should have been allowed to. Those who didn't shouldn't have had to, and neither choice should have been criticized in any way. That's one of those religious freedom things that people can never make up their mind what is and isn't acceptable. Well, you know what? If they wanted to wear it on their helmet, they should have been able to do it. If they didn't want to, they should have been able to have a memorial without having to. Also, something that no one considered is maybe the two people... What the hell was that? Oh, that was a fly that just went really close to the camera. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Maybe something people should consider was maybe the two people that died were Christian, and perhaps the entire team agreed upon that memorial out of respect for the deceased's religion. And if that was the case, that was a very, very sweet thing for them to do. Either way, the whole point is it was supposed to be a sign of respect, and everyone went and threw a huge fucking fit. Well, somebody did. And that brings me to my point, and that is this whole what should and shouldn't be able to be done out in public as far as religion goes. You know what? Your religion is what it is, and you should have a right to, I guess, for lack of, another way that I can, there's probably another way to put it, but I can't think of any other way to put it. You should be have a right to basically show off your religion. You should be able to advertise what you are, whether you are pagan and want to have a giant pentagram like this hanging from your neck or tattooed on your forehead or whatever, or you're Christian and want to wear a cross, and or you're atheist, then you want to advertise that however you would advertise that. No one should bitch, as long as you're not walking up to people going, hey, you have to believe my religion or I'm going to do what the fuck ever to you. Then it shouldn't matter. People should be allowed to do what they want to do, say what they want to say, believe what they want to believe, and no one say a damn thing about it. Let's grow up and be a little more mature about all this shit. For some reason, when it comes to religion and what's acceptable, people tend to just see black and white. Oh, you can't have any crosses anywhere ever, or crosses have to be everywhere. Heaven forbid anyone go, hey, like with the helmet ordeal, heaven forbid someone went, why can't we have both? Why can't we do both? You know what, like, if I have a shop, I should be able to put a giant bunny statue in the front window with a sign on it that says, "In Bunny We Trust." And if I did that, you shouldn't be able to come in and go, hey, I'm Christian, or I'm atheist, or I'm pagan, or Jewish, or, whatever. I'm offended by your bunny worship. You know what? Fuck you. It's my fucking bunny. It's my shop. I have a right to do whatever the hell I want. You don't have to shop here. And I know a big ordeal everyone's going to say is, oh, but, by the way, I don't worship bunnies. But hey, if I did, all hail bunny. Whatever. If you worship bunnies, bravo, good with your bunny worship. I really don't care. Either way, that's your right to worship those bunnies. I kind of spun off there on the bunny bit, sorry. Anyway, what I was saying is I know a big thing that people are going to do is, but, that was televised. People are going to see those crosses all over the country on the back of those helmets. Well, so what? All the Christians now are also going to see that they were taken down, and their panties are going to be wadded, just like whoever complained and everyone that was offended by it, theirs are, were wadded when they were there. Point is, because it's televised, no matter which way they went, there was going to be, there's that flag again that looks like, a giant monster. There was going to be a panty wad, no matter which way they went, so bravo for pissing people off, which could have been avoided had, like I said, one, people grow the fuck up and stop bitching about what other people are doing. As long as they're not forcing you to do it, it should be okay. Now, there are some exceptions to that. I'm not saying if your religion is to murder babies, that's alright. You should never murder babies. That's kind of fucked up. You get my point. There's some exceptions. But, as long as both were offered, even if the entire team did agree to it, to the crosses, as long as they both were offered, whether it's televised or not, no one should have bitched. If a talk show host is wearing a cross necklace because she's Christian, no one should have a problem with that. If you do, well, grow the hell up. That's her religious right. And that fly is freaking me the fuck out. Anyway, you get my point. People need to shut the hell up and let other people do what they want to do as far as their religion goes, and stop going, oh, wow, I don't have your religion. I don't want to see it. Another thing that I'm really fucking sick of, I'm going to catch that. Another thing that I'm really fucking sick of, and everyone else should be sick of, is all these posts and comments and shit that people are saying about, if you don't believe in God, you need to leave this fucking country. You know what? As long as you're an American citizen, if you don't believe in God, this is exactly where you need to be. The whole point of religious freedom isn't, hey, you have to believe one thing or you have to get the fuck out. That was the whole point of people coming over here to America in the first place, was so that they could practice their religious beliefs freely. So, you saying that is taking someone else's religious beliefs away from them, and you have no right to. That would be like, if this country was dominantly atheist, them saying, if you believe in God, get the fuck out. You have no right to do that to anybody about anything they believe. Their constitutional rights gives them the freedom to do that. And, their freedom of speech gives them a right to say, hey, this is what I believe. Get the fuck over it. As long as they're not forcing you into it, it's none of your goddamn business. Just let it go. Don't act like a child. Hey, I don't want to see that. Don't look. Let it go. It's not a big deal. Quit making it a giant deal. Everyone just... I know I'm asking too much, but everyone could just practice their own religion and let other people do theirs and not get offended when they see it, openly advertised. But, that's never going to happen. That's like asking a 3-year-old not to eat a piece of candy, but, one can hope.